Samsung Galaxy S26 Pro leaks are getting serious. And this time, the scoop comes from none other than DigitalChatStation on Weibo. He has dropped details about the screen size and battery capacity of the upcoming Galaxy S26 Pro, and the numbers might just be final, since they're tied to China's 3C certification database. So let's start with the display. The Galaxy S26 Pro is tipped to feature a 6.27-inch display, slightly larger than the 6.2-inch screen of the Galaxy S25. It's a small bump, but it puts the Pro model right in the sweet spot between compact and immersive. For comparison, the S26 Edge is expected to keep its 6.7-inch panel, while the S26 Ultra is getting all the next-gen display upgrades. That means the Pro could also benefit from Samsung's enhanced panel tech, more brightness, richer colors, and sharper detail. But here's where things get a bit controversial: the battery. The leak suggests that the Galaxy S26 Pro will come with a 4,175 mAh rated capacity, which Samsung will market as 4,300 mAh typical. Sure, it's a 300 mAh jump compared to the Galaxy S25, but many fans are already calling it underwhelming, especially since Chinese competitors in 2026 are crossing 5,000 mAh in their Pro variants. And while the Pro gets a modest bump, what about the big boy? The Galaxy S26 Ultra? Well, another listing from the CQC database confirms that the Ultra will stick with a 4,855 mAh rated battery, marketed as 5,000 mAh typical. Yes, the same as the S25 Ultra. Samsung has once again played it safe after the Note 7 battery incident. No jumps in size, no risks. Instead, Samsung is focusing on software and AI-powered optimizations to squeeze out better endurance from the same capacity. But there's good news. The S26 Ultra is rumored to support 60-watt super-fast charging, capable of refueling up to 80% in just 30 minutes. That's a big step forward compared to Samsung's current charging speeds. What about the processors? The S26 Pro and Edge could ship with Samsung's Exynos 2600, built on a cutting-edge 2nm process, promising improved efficiency and battery life. Meanwhile, the S26 Ultra is expected to run exclusively on Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite 2, a beastly chip manufactured on TSMC's enhanced 3nm node. Performance and power efficiency? Expect both. According to a trusted insider, the Galaxy S26 Ultra will drop the boxy look entirely in favor of more rounded corners, marking the end of a design language Samsung has carried for years. Tipster PhoneArt, who has a strong track record with Samsung leaks, claims that all four corners of the S26 Ultra have been noticeably rounded. The change is said to be nearly finalized, giving the phone a fresh identity compared to its predecessors. The S26 Ultra will therefore take a big step away from the sharp, squared-off aesthetics of the S22 Ultra, S23 Ultra, and S24 Ultra, which borrowed heavily from the Galaxy Note series. Even though this year's S25 Ultra softened the edges slightly, the S26 Ultra will fully embrace a more curved silhouette. Interestingly, Samsung's new design language seems to align more closely with competitors like the Pixel 10 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro, both of which use rounded corners for a sleeker in-hand feel and better pocketability. The move represents one of the biggest design shakeups in Samsung's Ultra lineup since 2022, when the S22 Ultra first introduced the integrated S Pen compartment. Meanwhile, renowned leakster Steve, on Leaks, is already working on CAD-based renders of the Galaxy S26 series, which should give us a clear look at the new design within the next couple of weeks. Looking further ahead, 2026 could also bring a change in Samsung's naming strategy. Reports suggest the company might replace its vanilla models with new branding, introducing the Galaxy S26 Pro, S26 Edge, and S26 Ultra instead. Thanks to trusted leaks from Anthony, we now have a crystal-clear glimpse into Samsung's boldest vision yet. The headline change? Power, delivered without compromise. For the first time ever, the Snapdragon chip goes global. No more regional splits, no watered-down variants. Every single S26 Ultra user worldwide gets the absolute best performance Samsung can offer. That alone is huge. But it's just the beginning. Samsung is pairing this raw horsepower with a brand new display that not only looks better, but feels futuristic. Full S Pen integration keeps the Ultra experience premium and versatile, while the camera system undergoes a dramatic transformation. Front and center, a fresh 12-megapixel 3-dice telephoto lens, a sharper upgraded selfie camera, and a next-gen laser autofocus sensor designed to lock on with blazing speed, turning every snap into a masterpiece. And here's the wild part. 16 gigabytes of RAM is standard, not an upgrade, not a luxury, the baseline. That means the S26 Ultra isn't just powerful, it's unapologetically built for the future. But Anthony's latest details take this phone into uncharted territory. We're talking about a larger main camera aperture for breathtaking low-light photography, a completely redesigned telephoto setup, a cutting-edge QLED panel delivering richer, more lifelike colors on a slightly larger display. And charging? Supercharged, literally, with 60-watt fast charging that cuts downtime like never before. Samsung even adds a new anti-reflective coating for flawless outdoor visibility, all wrapped in a body under 8 millimeters thin, sleek, sharp, and futuristic to its core. Now the cameras, because this is where the Ultra truly earns its crown. A colossal 200-megapixel main sensor with a wider aperture, a 50-megapixel ultra-wide, a 50-megapixel 5x periscope lens optimized for low light, and that brand new 12-megapixel 3x telephoto designed for versatility and precision. Even though the Galaxy S26 Ultra is still months away from launch, the leaks have already painted a surprisingly clear picture. We know a lot. Ever since the Galaxy S22 Ultra, Samsung has kept the same rear camera layout. And with the S25 Ultra, they only made tiny cosmetic tweaks. Those extra rings or whatever they were. Nothing truly groundbreaking. But with the S26 Ultra, things are finally starting to change. This time, the design overhaul actually has substance. Let's start with the build. According to multiple reliable leaks, the S26 Ultra will be noticeably slimmer, around 7.8 millimeters thick compared to the S25 Ultra's 8.22 millimeters. That's a big step for a device this size, and it's also set to be lighter, making it one of the thinnest and most comfortable premium flagships in your hand. But the real changes? They're happening on the back. Before we talk about the fresh camera design, let's focus on the actual cameras, because the hardware upgrades are what's driving the new look. The 3x telephoto lens is jumping from 10 megapixels to 12 megapixels, but that's just the start. The main 200 megapixel sensor, first introduced on the S23 Ultra, is getting a larger aperture. According to Ice Universe, this will fix many of the low light and shutter speed issues seen on the S25 Ultra. More light means sharper, clearer shots, faster captures, and better performance across all lighting conditions. The 5x periscope camera is also getting a larger aperture, so zoom shots in dim light should look dramatically better. Samsung isn't chasing megapixel inflation here. They're focusing on real-world results. Now for the front. The display will remain a massive 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED, but with a new COE panel technology. This delivers higher peak brightness for better outdoor visibility, plus a third layer of anti-reflective coating to cut glare and boost contrast in direct sunlight. You'll also see more accurate colors, sharper details, and improved power efficiency, which means better battery life without increasing the size. Speaking of battery, it's still the same 5,000 mAh cell we've had for years, but the charging speed is getting a nice bump to 60 watts. Not the 65 watts some early rumors claimed, but still faster than the S25 Ultra's 45 watts. Under the hood, we're looking at the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 for Galaxy, a custom-tuned chip with a boosted 4.74 GHz prime core, delivering 20 to 30% better performance over last year's model. And yes, it's likely we won't see any Exynos variant in 2026. Now, back to that design. Ice Universe shared a concept showing a thinner frame and a more pronounced camera bump to house those bigger lenses, similar to what we've seen on the Galaxy Z Fold 7 or S25 Edge. I think the bump is realistic, but the design itself? I'm not so sure Samsung will make all its phones look identical from the back, especially at the Ultra level. This is their crown jewel. It needs its own identity. Maybe we'll see a rectangular camera island housing all the lenses for better protection. Or, and I'm crossing my fingers here, maybe Samsung will bring back one of its most iconic designs, like the S21 Ultra's wraparound camera housing. It was unique, instantly recognizable, and loved by a lot of people. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is expected to launch in early 2026 with a starting price of $2,199. So, what do you think of the leaks so far? Would you want the S21 Ultra design back, or should Samsung stick with the minimalist rings? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see every major S26 Ultra leak in detail, watch my next video, drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more premium tech updates. Thanks for watching. See you next time.